think there's a perception that you are unattainable. You are not available. There's no way you could get blank. There's no way you could get so-and-so to do something. But slowly, and by time goes by, it does happen. Usually I try and I need to do other outside work.
Yeah, I'm just curious about how different the experience must be. Where you get involved with the production where you don't have all of those that administration above you. You might have more freedom to really,
It's been a while since I've been placed in that position.
Well, we definitely want to turn this into a conversation and hear what you guys have to say. I know when we get to the end, I want to talk a little bit about multimedia, the future of stage lighting. But I also want this to be more of a two-way conversation, so thank you, Craig. Is anybody else got a question? There's two of you with your hands right behind each other, so I'll start with Kay and then do Ethan there, and then the computer fritzes or blows.
Push the wrong button. I've done that a couple of times.
What happens in that case?
You redo it
Yeah.
faster.
You start from scratch?
You start from scratch.
If you lost it all, yeah.
Yeah, the worst one of those I had was with Paragon Theater, and their board dumped all the cues on closing night that afternoon. And you back up the show on these little memory cards on this board, and both memory cards fit. So I got this call that I had to go in and had an hour.
You thought you were long done with the show.
The show had been open for 4 weeks.
Right.
What
And
show?
So, oh wow, I don't know if I can remember at this point. Yeah, I'll think about it. Yeah, I think it was a Jez Butterworth play, but I can't remember the title. So yeah, Frantic Calm.
You had a comment or question?
I want to further pursue what you were talking about. I really like to understand more about why what you did when you worked so hard that wasn't recognized. This is part of what we don't understand. What did you do, and what was so specific and great, and I mean in the best sense, about what you did that is being missed? I'm trying to get smarter.
There's been a few shows that, for me personally, I really stretched what I was capable of and couldn't believe I came up with that. So, two shows that really pop out for me were both with Performance Now at the Lakewood Cultural Center. They were a few years ago, before Performance Now started getting recognition, and it was before Henry's.
We're still doing the short runs.
Yeah, and one of them was Jekyll and Hyde, and it was just for me, I don't even know where it came from. It was just in the moment, it happened, that is a real quick turn. They load in on Monday, you open Friday, and depending on if you had a gig in there the night before, depends on when you can do your stuff. So I think because of the time frame and for me it was such, and they took the show in a very unique direction. There was a projection with it, and it was a turntable. It was just very awesome to me. And then by the 100th hour of the week or so, when you're trying to keep your eyes open, and then you can sit back and actually look at it and go, oh my God, I came up with that? That's awesome. And then the other one was Evita, again, done by Performance Now, I think in 2009 maybe. And it just had like this set structure. And I used the haze in the air and created almost like scenery with the haze. And I'd never done that before. And that was at 2 o'clock in the morning. Whoa! That's what I'm going to do with those lights over there, because I hadn't quite figured out what I was going to do with them. And I'm like, I know, I'm going to shoot them over the audience. We're going to haze this place up and make these beams. Because it was a very industrial looking thing. And I think it was, you know, just those moments when you're really excited about it. And then, I don't know, it's, you know, it's a unique experience, every show is. So, but those are two that really pop out for me.
Yeah, I think it's for me, it's when everything is totally in tune. So
Yeah.
the acting, the directing, the other areas of the design where everything just really clicks. And I think, you know, most audience members, I'm guessing, you know, I have this weird perspective because I do this, but I hope that the audience feels when things are just really clicking and really, everything's really supporting everything. But it's strange because a lot of what we do is so subtle too. You know, I have a lot of cues in shows that are 2 and 3 minutes long, and it's so slow that the audience cannot perceive that anything's happened.
Could you go
But-
into that more, like the details?
Yeah, so
of
it's changing the mood. So it could be a very realistic show, and if there's something, you know, things are going along very normal, and then violence breaks out. You know, I might shift the whole tone of the stage to where it's colder and harsher, and I might take 3 or 4 minutes to do that transition, so the audience never recognizes anything has happened, but emotionally they're reacting slightly differently to it because it feels different on stage. And you know, it's not realistic to recognize that anyone will notice that happening, and hopefully they don't. I try to just slip it right in there so it supports the mood. So.
But you want us to recognize that. You want us, not the general audience. So we need to
I think
be
it's
aware of what it is
I
you
think
want us
being
to be
aware
attention.
that the lighting
Something
is
has happened.
yeah,
Yeah.
that it's appropriate and it's
Yeah.
supporting the show.
The term haze that you